Okay, this is the tool demonstration for five-finger syllables in Sporgle, a new way of chunking syllables and flexing the vowels. Okay, this is my home page, 3clickspelling.com. First thing we have to do is scroll down because we have here the spelling tool, here's single syllable words, lots of tools there. Here's a worksheet for single and multi-syllable words. But here's where we want to get to, the multi-syllable words. Here's the infographic. Here's a handout that we'll talk about later. It has a YouTube demonstration. And here's the main tool is the interactive. It has 8,000 words in it. Let's click there. And you'll notice that we have a bunch of icons over here for representing the fingers. This is where we do all the training for two-syllable word options, but they will carry over into multi-syllable words. So if we do three-syllable words, you lose the icon. So we want to practice here. The tiers is the most common words, least common words. So here we have two syllables, tier 1, and what we want to do is look at the biggest change in Moses' presentation of the six-syllable types, my one finger. Basically, we're looking at vowel, consonant, vowel junctures. So what we do is now click on Shuffle, and we have 637 two-syllable words with a vowel, consonant, vowel with tier 1. So we have more words over here, but we're going to focus on this tier here. So once we click on Shuffle, you get your word list, but also automatically places a word at random over here in the work area. And what we have to do first is click on the vowels and count the consonants between the vowels. So we have the vowel here, the vowel here. Now, if the student needs to be reminded of what the vowels are, we have a built-in infographic here. You have A, E, I, O, U, sometimes R, sometimes W, and sometimes Y. Over here we have marked the vowels. Let's check and see if we found them all. Yes, we got positive reinforcement. Now what we have to do is count the consonants between the vowels. So here's the vowel, here's the vowel, we have one. So we go up here, use this icon, we cut between the vowel and the consonant. Here's the vowel, here's the consonant, so we cut right here. Let's check. Again, positive. And if we have multisyllabic words, you'll get green, blue, green, blue, green, blue. So it color codes alternately the number of syllables. So here we have, now we have to go into stage 2 of vowel flexing. So here's a little vowel count thing here, the infographic. So we have one vowel in the first syllable. So we want to try short, schwa, long, or diphthong. So let's try the short sound of this one here. But if you aren't real sure, we can go over here and use another infographic. For the vowel sound, just the letter A, we have a, and I in this priority. So I want to try A first. Shaken, shucken, shaken, shaken. So let's try that, shaken. So now you have, now that word shaken is in my listening or speaking vocabulary. The other shaken or shucken was not. So if not sure, you can go to dictionary.com or you got Webster Dictionary, Merriam-Webster Dictionary to check it out. So let's do another word. So we get a vowel, we cut, check, then you go on to your vowel flexing. So we have E, okay, we have E. So the beta, 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 beta. Do we have an A? Yeah, there's an A there. Beta. Okay. Tell you one more. So here we have the vowels, one consonant. Now here we get into the tortoise and the hare. So begin, begin. Or is it begin? But we want to try this short schwa. Begin. So it's unaccented. Again, you could use the dictionary.com. So begin is in my listening and speaking vocabulary. Now the other area that we talked about that is the twin. So we're going to do a shuffle. And here you have the vowels. And here you have the twin. So we're going to cut. Here's two. It's not a blend or digraph, so we have to cut it in half. Let's check. Now, remember, this is the tortoise. This is the hare. So, no, tunnel. Let's try another one. Vowel, vowel, twin consonants. Again, tortoise, hare. No, channel. The next one we want to try is the grapefruit. Here's our grapefruit. This is getting into the sporgle. Did you sporgle the word? So the G stands for grapefruit. And that means that you have to find an E in the middle of the word. So we have level 1, tier 1. We have 87 words we can practice with. Now, the grapefruit is going to cause two types of patterns. You have a compound word, or you're going to have a base word with a suffix. So let's find this one here. Oop. Right now we can see the E, so we can just cut right there. Cut to the chase. And we have a compound word. Let's shuffle again. Okay, so here's the E. There's a base. There's a suffix. Merrily. Let's try one more. There's the E. Chunk it. Compound word. Let's try oranges. Shuffle. Okay, found the R. Okay, we have ER. Verbal. Verbal. Shuffle. Okay, here's our R. Okay, so there you got clearly. Clearly. Okay, now let's look at the prefixes. Let's do dis and shuffle. So we're focusing on the prefix dis. So I say a dis. Okay, so we still have to work out the rest of the word. Okay, here we have a vowel and a vowel. There's another vowel. Let's get all of our vowels. But I saw the dis. Okay, let's cut here. This a vowel. Okay, let's do another dis prefix. Okay, dis. And then you work your way through. Now let's add a suffix. Lee. So now we're looking for both. Do you recognize? Oh, there's a dis and there's a lee. And we have to work in between here, but we did find the prefix and the suffix. Let's do another one. Shuffle. Okay, here's my dis. There's my lee. Okay. So that's it for one finger, twins, grapefruit, prefixes, and suffixes. Okay, what is this area over here? So okay, that's fine. Let's find this word here. Copy. We put it over here in the single word. Paste. And now we have, there's our dis. We got an E and ly. So sometimes you have like two rule working together. That's a grapefruit, and this is a suffix. Okay. Now, what this up here is, if you have your own words for your content area like history, science, you can have your own word list in a spreadsheet, Excel or Google Sheets, and you can copy and paste those in there for your lesson. But I'll show you how it works with explicit words. Now down here, remember we've got one vowel, short, schwa, long, diphthong. So here's our pattern here. But now let's go look at some explicit words. We're going back to our home page. And down here we have IC, how do I say? This is an Adobe spreadsheet. Let's just open it up here. It shows you how probabilities, okay? And it's a job aid. So let's go here. And I want to work on the vowel A. It has 6 vowel sounds and 980 words in the first syllable. Now to keep things constant, I'm going to look at the ER. It has only one variation, and there's 590 words. So we're going to keep the flexibility for the vowel A. So we can say sort on the first, and here you have 110 words. Here's the juncture, one finger, non-twin, two twin, down here. So what we want to do is look for the word laser through wafer. So I'm going to click show details, no, shuffle first. Okay, we want laser. And wafer. I'm going to copy. Now I'm going to go to my 5 fingers tool. I'm going to paste. Now we can shuffle. So now I'm just working on that one finger long A sound. This is how you can build explicit skills based on the vowel sounds. Let's go back to our home page. Let's look at one more tool here. Okay, within it. Okay, not only do we have that, we also have a little flashcard down here. So we can get a random. Okay, assert, so er. 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 So we got chamber. Okay, let's go to the home page again. So that was I see, I say. Now let's go I hear. How do I spell? So you go here, you go, we want the short A sound in the first syllable, and we want in the second syllable. And we're going to search on first, but how do you spell it? So here we have a. So you got the spelling is A, So they're all going to be ant, but the flexibility is in the spelling, predominantly A. And here's an AU. So we only had two variations, A and AU. Let's go check at the top again. So that's the only spelling for the short A sound. And that one word down here at the very bottom is laughter. Okay. Let's pick on the long A. We're going to keep ER as our control. Okay, so how many spellings do we have? A consonant E, AI, AY, EA, EI, and UA. This is how you can get it that I hear, how do I spell? So lots of flexibility there. And again, we have the flashcard down here. So you got, oh, look at that. Greater. Again, minimum or maximum onset principle you would cut between the A and the T. And here you have razor. Again, the vowel team. Okay. So now let's go back and look at the Adobe tool right here through 3 steps. So this is, go here, and it downloads it. So here's your 3 steps in finding, identifying syllables with chunks. Here's your sporgle. Here's a place that they could, you got, a medium-sized word, longer word, very long word, but they would use these principles. Put this into plastic page protector. Here's your vowel flexing strategies. First syllable, and this carries over into the vowel count in the third and fourth syllables also. So primarily, if you have one vowel, it's short schwa, long diphthong. If you have a vowel team, long diphthong. If you have the grapefruit, it's going to be a long or, now recognize you have our controls here. Same thing with the second syllable and third or fourth as you get longer words. Okay, so this page and this page should be in a student's notebook with page protectors. Okay, this is for you, the instructor. So you got the letter A, you have 6 vowel sounds. Here's the primary flex, second flex, third flex. So now you can build your scope and sequence. And down at the very last page, another job aid for the student. Now it's an infographic. So you have a single A, A. Second syllable, A. Vowel team, EA, you got E, A. So it's a good little handy tool that they can put in their notebook. Another thing that we did is the tortoise and the hare with the double consonants. So how can you practice double consonants? Well, we have a double consonant based word list. So if you click on this, now here's the one that shows you I did not hear inflectional endings. Now, it does not have inflectional endings in these word lists. But here it says the letter S is twin 69% of the time. The letter G, 44% of the time. H, never. H is never doubled. So what you can do is, you can, if you want single words, you click over here, that's 48. You want to find double S's, you have 107. If you want to combine, go like that. Now again, you could copy these and put them into a spreadsheet, or you can show you details and say no. And we went 155. So now you can copy that. I don't know how far we went. Let's go back here to our syllable word list. Syllables by tier. We can clear our word list here and paste. So now you're just working totally with double consonants. So there's other word lists in here too that you can play with, but these are the basic ones you want to use for your syllables by tier. So this is how you can use the interactive tools for syllabification, junctures, and vowel flexing. That concludes the tool demo.